Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen, and that's right. This is Interesting Ideas. I'm Stan Houston, and you read that title right. In fact, that is the title, but I'm not going to actually say that on the radio. I'll simply say the title is, Are You Ticked Off at Me? But of course, you know that actually, when I sent that to a couple of people, I actually used that word. And let me tell you why. The reason is very simple. This is something most people don't know, and it's vital to our success in the marketplace today. Here it is. You cannot not communicate. You cannot not communicate. And once you understand that, it can change a whole lot of things about what you do and why you will be far more effective, while you will have greater insight, greater influence, greater impact, and greater income. And perhaps if you don't understand that, you might miss a lot of those. That's right, you cannot not communicate. And I'll tell you the story and again tell you a little bit more about that title. Just a few minutes on this Wednesday. I know you're busy, but this will be vital for you. The program begins right now. Hi, this is Stan once again, and let me just tell you a little bit of what I've discovered in my many years of living, and really very much so when I got involved in being a little bit more aware of the human condition and personal and professional behavior as a business performance coach, which I've been doing for the last 25, 30 years, and I'm still doing that on a routinely special basis. I routinely do it only now on special occasions. But for years, I was the business performance coach, and our company was called PTM, Helping You Press Toward the Mark. And I'm still doing that on an occasional basis. And in fact, what I am doing now is taking that whole mountain of good stuff that I've learned, and I'm just simply teaching it to those of you who are perhaps a generation or two younger than me, because I want those ideas to be carried on. And the only way you really get them carried on is not because you wrote a book, it's because you wrote that book in the lives of other people. So those are a number of the things I'm doing. But what I have also discovered is there's an old cowboy story called Lonesome Dove. And of course, if you know anything about the Western world or the movie world of Westerns, that is the classic film. But one of the great lines in that comes about when, hey, here he is dragging this poor friend of his who's died, and he's dragging him all the way back to his home place to bury him. And of course, everybody thinks that's rather crazy, you know. Guy's dead. He won't know where he's buried. Why are you going to all this trouble to carry him back? And he has that classic line, but I gave my word. But I gave my word. And part of the cultural decline is that that is not nearly as strong an ethos. I gave my word. I, like you, have many people in our lives and many relationships and many deals where what happened is someone didn't keep their word. They didn't do what they said they were going to do. And so whenever you can, think about that. Those 4 words, maybe 5. But I gave my word. Well, here's the way I'm going to segue into that. From time to time, I simply will call somebody up and I'll leave a message, And of course, their voicemail says, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or I send an email to somebody, and it's not a spam. it's not an advertisement. It's a legitimate request, or perhaps something that I could even help them with. And crickets. Nothing happens. I, like you, am in the business of trying to build trust, because all business is about building trust, building relationships, and then creating an offer that someone will actually do something they don't really want to do. Spend money. They want to keep their money. They don't want to give it to you. So for them to give it to you, either they have some great need, I need gasoline in the car, or I need food to eat, and those are easy sells. But if you're not that easy to sell, you're going to have to convince them that what you have to offer is worth giving you money. And that's one of the coaching questions I oftentimes ask businessmen and entrepreneurs. In fact, I ask it of anybody. Why should I give you money? Why do you get paid? Why should your boss pay you for what you do? If you can't answer that question, do the work, because you have some trouble to avoid. Why should I give money to you? What can you do for me? How will my life be better? How will I save money? How will my situation improve? Will it make me happy? There we go. Now here's the point. You see, when I left that voicemail message and nothing happened, you assume that you did not communicate. Oh, but you did. You didn't say anything, but I received a message. And unfortunately, it's whatever message that I make up is the message I receive. I could say, oh my, they must be too busy. That's the message I got. Oh my, they hate me. Oh my, they're a jerk. You see, the fact that you didn't call me back does not mean that I didn't get a message. It's the message that I created because you did not communicate. But you see, you did communicate. You cannot not communicate. A bodily gesture, the way we look, the way we talk, the way we perform, the way we treat others. We are always communicating. We are human beings, and we are given both the ability to hear and to speak and then to see. And as a result, we are in relationships and we are always communicating. Everything you do and everything you are is communicating. In fact, that's why I told you that the program that we're going to bring to you in 23 is called The Marketing Life. And I think it will be one of the premier programs on how to do business marketing. And simply this, the marketing life, because everything you do and everything you are is how you market you. So let's learn how to think, to perform, to behave, how to speak, show the skills, and build the influence by who we are and what we do. So I simply want to remind you of that today. Finally, I sent that email to a friend, and I got a note back saying, Stan, I am so sorry. I was a jerk. Please forgive me. Well, now I know. And he goes on to explain that there is something going on in his life that he then told me. Now I know why he didn't answer me. And I know that it's not about me or my relationship. As he said, it's about me. But see, the point is, every time I wrote a letter to someone who we'd had a little bit, and maybe more than a little bit, of a disagreement about, again, promises that were made and promises that were not kept. And so I wrote a letter about that. What happened? Nothing. Nothing. He didn't leave a voicemail and tell me that he got the message or he got the letter. He didn't send an email to tell me, Stan, we need to talk about this. I got nothing. And so his assumption is he did not communicate back to me. Oh, but he did, didn't he? Because there I am, full of communicated messages that his action of not communicating to me indeed communicated massively to me. And of course, the problem is I'm the one who creates the message that I received rather than having him be in charge of the message that he wanted to send. Now, I still to this day don't know where he's at. It could be that something else happened. Or it could be, as my wife said, yeah, he's a jerk. Now, please remember that. You cannot not communicate. Another person who I've tried to help a great deal, I left a message for them, and we're going on 3 or 4 days, and they still, even though their voicemail said, I'll get back to you as soon as possible, they didn't keep their word, because all it would have taken was, hey, Stan, I'm busy right now, but I'll get back to you. I'm left to wonder, first of all, are you a jerk? Or did I tick you off in some way? I'm Stan Houston. Some thoughts from the Twilight Zone for your thought and consideration. Interesting ideas. Okay, here we go. We're at 13 minutes, you see. Take 20 minutes every day to learn something new, and perhaps something that will, quote, make you more money and further your career and perhaps make life better. Take 20 minutes every day to read, listen, or learn something that could do those 3 things, or at least one of those 3 things. And when you listen to interesting ideas, I try to fulfill that 20-minute commission that all highly effective people, oftentimes consciously or unconsciously, have put in their life. I can help you in a variety of ways. First of all, as I said, in 23, you're going to have to find out whether podcasting is a part of your growth and business plan. At least you're going to have to discover it, because it is the means of communication that is going to dominate the audio and visual media that you are in. So you better learn how to do it. So check Stan at witradio.net, and that will be how you will remember Stan at witradio.net, and ask me a question, or go to witradio.net and see the growing stage where we teach you how you can become a world-class podcaster. But there's all kinds of other things that I could do to help you as a performance coach, perhaps just as a friend, or as someone who has accumulated enough stars and scars in life that I probably know a way to help you or know someone who can help you. So reach out to me. This one's easy. StanHusted@gmail.com. StanHusted@gmail.com. And remember, ACB. Always close with a benediction. Benediction. Good speak. Good diction speak. Speak good as you close. Make it more than have a nice day. Best and blessings to you. May it go well with you. True prosperity for you and your family. All the best and blessings. And I put those before you today from me and my family. Till next week. No, we're actually going to do this tomorrow. We're going to try. Take one day at a time. See you tomorrow with something else that might be, just for you, an interesting idea. And remember, you cannot not communicate. Bye for now.